What is going on to you Virgos out there? Hope y'all are having a great day. Smash the subscribe button, okay? Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. You know how this algorithm is as right now. I'm kind of stuck between 11,709 and 11,711. It is what it is, right? I'm gonna go ahead and continue to do my thing. But look, shout outs to Carol. I'm not gonna go ahead and say her last name, but shout outs to her. She's not even a Virgo, she's actually a Sagittarius, right? Shout outs to you, appreciate you. Nonetheless, shout outs to you if you're watching this YouTube video. But I'll send her the YouTube video anyway. But anyway, let's begin. So for you, I'm sorry, I forgot. There's a link in the comment section below called a Linktree link. Click on it. All right, it will redirect you to a website which has all the ways to be able to financially support the channel, so I can most definitely keep the show going. Listen, so for you Virgos, you have the Ace of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and you have the Knight of Pentacles. So these three cards right here are about you Virgos, like I said, being free, doing the things that you want to do, living life how you want to. Virgo represents bondage too. It represents Virgo represents bondage. Virgo represents when people are ready, they start. Again, Virgo is sadomasochism. So when people, sadomasochism, right, is BDSM. So it's the BD, whatever that part of it represents, and then the SM. So what does that have to do with it, right? Part of that practice is bondage and all of that, right? And why I'm saying all that and why that matters is because that's sometimes how people approach you. Virgo gets treated. Virgo represents special treatment. That's what Virgo represents. Virgo represents special treatment. Either way, whether it's somebody who is giving you preferential treatment, right? Favorable treatment, or whether it's a person or people that is giving you treatment that is not so favorable, that you don't like, that they will single you out about. And believe me when I tell you, I've been there. And I'm sure a lot of you Virgos have been there yourselves. And the thing is that what it is, like I said before, what Virgos should be striving for, what you Virgos should be striving for, is to be a virgin. In the sense of what virginity is virginity ultimately is freedom. The ability to decide things on your own. Because again, I can't explain to you how many times I have people who will tell me how to run my own YouTube channel. Tell me what to, and I'm like, oh my gosh, now things in their life is falling apart. But they'll tell me how to run a YouTube channel. It's like, listen, you don't run anything over here. You can give me suggestions and stuff like that, and that's cool. And I'll take into consideration what it is that you have to say. But trying to clown me, trying to lampoon me is not going to work. I'm just going to tell you to get lost, okay? If I'm putting it nicely, all right? Because I'm on YouTube. But if I'm putting it nicely, I'm going to just tell them to walk off. So the Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Pentacles really does speak to how, then you have the Ace of Cups behind it. It really does speak to how a lot of you Virgos are saying the things that you want. It's like you Virgos are applying pressure. And what I mean by that is you're doing what it is that you want to do. No one is telling you you can't do it. And if they are, then you telling them, I'm still going to do it anyway. I don't care what it is that you have to say, right? That's what you Virgos are telling them. And you Virgos are living your life and you're happy because of it, because you don't care about what other people think to that extent, right? You care in the sense that you care about yourself and that you take care of yourself. You don't want to leave the house smelling stink, right? Smelling like you ain't take a shower yet. but you're doing that out of the self-respect, that you're doing that out of the respect that you have for yourself. It really isn't to show off or whatnot, you know. I know it's not a matter of me trying to show off when it comes to me, you know, spraying cologne on myself. I don't go outside to get compliments. Now, do I get compliments? Yeah. But I don't really care about the compliments in that sense, because I'm in tune with myself. So I'm doing something that naturally occurs with me, something that I legitimately want to do. It's not something that I'm doing it for the attention of other people, right? This is myself. This is my darker and my lighter nature showing itself, right? By doing the things that I want to do and listening to myself in that regard. So that's what it is that a lot of you are doing. And a lot of you Virgos are seeing that there's power in it, because you Virgos don't have to have somebody on your back 24 hours telling you about what you're not going to do and how you need to live your life and what you need to do. And see, this is another thing too, but as a Virgo, this is how it is that I know that a lot of people talk too much. I know for a fact that a lot of people talk too much, because coming up, I had so many people telling me XYZ, why everything that I wanted to do ain't gonna work, and this, that, and the third. But when you actually take a look at these goofy individuals, they're not doing anything. They never know anything when you ask them stuff. They place themselves up like, oh, I'm big G, you little G. Oh, I'm big dog, you little dog. You're not doing a whole lot. It's a whole lot of comparison going on with them, low key. So then as a youngster coming up, you go, all right, since you know everything, rule number 1 of the 48 laws of power, right? Never outshine the master. And a lot of Virgos come up. A lot of Virgos have confidence with their, I said it backwards. A lot of Virgos have issues with their confidence coming up, because we play it too humble. We play it too humbly, where we're like, you know what? These people know what it is that they talking about. Let's ask these people questions. But we're also trying to see if these people are full of it while we're asking them questions, because they doing all this talking, and while they're talking, they're not even doing something that is like respectful. And they're trying to tell you, they're trying to give you the game. When they're talking to you, they're coming from a place of to destroy your creativity, to uproot or to tear the root off of the plant. You know what I mean? Like, instead of them encouraging you Virgos to actually plant somewhere and be sturdy, they're trying to uproot it. They're trying to pull the root off to where you completely lose all kind of potential that you have, and to be about nothing. And they're really suiting it to you, making it about you, and why you ain't this, and why you. I had so many people tell me that. Then when you Virgos go to these same people, ask these same goofy individuals for help, because they know so much, they talk so much, you go, all right, let's hear what it is that you have. Well, I don't know. So why are you talking every time when I say, so why are you talking so much about what I'm doing? You always have some sort of an opinion, because that's what it is. Because an opinion is completely different from an informed understanding. They have opinions, and opinions is like buttholes. Everyone has them, and they stink. They never come to you with information, something that they've lived, something that they've done research to, something that they are interested in, that they actually taken the time out of their life in a general sense to actually educate themselves on, to give you game about, to give you wisdom about. It's always some I gotta, what's up? And this is why a lot of Virgos don't be wanting to get married a lot of the time sometimes. And the thing is that the Two of Wands and the Lovers represents, because these are the kind of people that you meet. You meet people who are like this. They can only tell you about what isn't going to work for you and why you'll never make it, and like always over your head, like they're your deity. Like you're supposed to get on your knees and pray to these people. It's like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? But the Three of Wands now and the Seven of Pentacles is about, like I said, you Virgos running wild, doing what it is that you want to do. That's the thing. You doing what you want. And the Three of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles is other people don't like it. The people who you've had those run-ins with, those type of conflicting run-ins with, right? Those people who don't like you for whatever made up nonsense story in their head. Those are the people who they have their own issues. And see, like I said before, that's the stupidity of it. The stupidity of it is you probably have those same type of people in your neighborhood, because Virgo's beginning to beef with people in their own immediate surroundings, in their own neighborhood, is the point that I'm trying to make. Not immediate surroundings like their house, but their neighborhood. That's one thing that I noticed about Virgos. Virgos get into a lot of beefs with the location that they're actually living in a lot of times, especially if these people are on some over competition, don't know how to actually like show love back, don't know how to actually reach back and show any kind of integrity, jealous, envious hearted individual. A lot of times people will go out of their way to have a problem with a lot of you Virgos. And the problem that they have with you now, some of those people that see you, is the fact that you didn't listen to anything that they had to say to you, and you went off and you are doing your thing. And the Seven of Pentacles represents this time later they have to deal with the nonsense that they told you, but they were on and popping at the time that they talked all that nonsense to you. Now the wheels turn on them to where they have to deal with all the stupid stuff that they were doing back in the day, back however long. Because the stuff that they were doing was not conducive to last for a long time. Now they're the ones that got all this debt, whether it's spiritual debt or whether it's financial debt or both. Because now they have to deal with the fact that you want nothing to do with them. You stay away from them. They have to deal with the fact that, like for me, for instance, all the people who told me, all the people who laughed at me and was like, oh, that's why it is that you don't have any companion, if you know what I mean, and anybody, all of those people or whatnot, I can say all, but a lot of those people or whatnot have little ones. All of those people have little ones. I'm going to refer to them as little ones. All of those individuals have like little ones, right? But then they're unable to take care of them. And they're living a ghetto fabulous lifestyle. And it's like, okay, that's cool and all of that, but their lives is not some luxurious, high quality stuff, And the Tower now represents how the Tower is about you Virgos being able to, again, look at how far you have come and see you made the correct decisions that you should have been making for yourself. You yes, of course, no one is perfect, but you made those correct decisions. A lot of times people think that Virgos want to be perfect, and it's like, that is true, but then it's untrue at the same time, in the sense that, yes, and I'm a Virgo myself, yes, Virgos want to be perfect, but Virgos want to perfect self. Whatever it is that us as Virgos tell somebody to do something, we see the flaw in it because we see how It doesn't work. But see, this is what I'm saying. The way that a dysfunctional mind works is that a person who's dysfunctional, for an example of this, wants to sign on the dotted line of an ironclad contract of the person loaning them. And I'm just using this as an example. It's not even a real world example, right? From my experience, I'm saying this as an example. The person would sign on a dotted line on an ironclad contract where the person will loan them $500,000, but they owe $1 billion back in a year. And then now it's like, you know what I mean? Now it's like, but then when a Virgo try to tell them, I don't suggest you sign on this. Oh, you know, all of this that you Virgos want. It's like, no, because the pitfalls and the stuff. And when you Virgos try to tell them this, hey, the pitfalls, this is not set up to where the structure that we are supposed to build while we are in a relationship is going to work, because the structure, the foundation of itself it has a faulty ground. The land is not good, or maybe the land is good, but the way that the person who built the basement doesn't, you know what I'm saying, doesn't actually, the basement isn't strong enough to be able to actually hold up the part of the house that is jutting out of the ground that we all see. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like when people don't listen to this type of stuff, they misconstrue it and they bash it, and then they go, oh, well, Virgos want to be perfect. Virgos want to be perfect or whatnot. Now, sometimes us as Virgos do have our little kinks and quirks and, you know, pettiness to us, no doubt. But at the same time, a lot of the times when a Virgo is when y'all are telling somebody something, it's coming from a place of just common sense that everybody and their mama and their daddy should have. But this is why Mercury goes in a retrograde, because so many people don't like to listen because they think that they know everything so much. They like the stupidity. Then when they get themselves caught up in the debt now of owing $1 billion in a year, now how do I get out of here? If you don't get your goofy self away from me, I'm going to look at you like you stupid. I'm going to walk off and I'm going to let you be in your nonsense. I told your goofy behind not to sign on that dotted line, goofy. Why are you talking to me like that? Because you goofy. And I'm going to continue to call you goofy. Goofy? Let me go ahead and put goofy on a shirt. One of a kind. I'm not going to sell it. I don't want to get in problems with Disney or any of that type of stuff. But I'm just going to go ahead and put goofy on that on that shirt. And I'm going to wear it every time around you. Because you should be mocked. Because you stupid. You don't understand not to sign on that dotted line from your own common sense that you have supposed to have gained over the years? See, now I got to look at you like with the Michael Myers stare, with the side head, like, you know? But then the Three of Pentacles now and the Five of Pentacles is about just that. So now that us as Virgos have cut out the nonsensical natures, the stupidity, the warped mentality about certain things, I honestly see that Five of Pentacles, a lot of people that know us as Virgos, who know us, who have crossed our paths once or twice, that we are acquainted with enough, are honestly standing back looking like they wish that they could have, like because I'm gonna just say it, a lot of people know that they're on the outs with us, because us as Virgos, Knight of Pentacles, we doing our thing. Financially, mentally, emotionally, we're doing our thing. We're healthier without a group of weirdos to constantly get on our nerves and get us upset. You know what I mean? To constantly try to aggravate and provoke us with their nonsense. So let's clarify the Five of Pentacles. All right, so snap. So to clarify the Five of Pentacles, you have the the Empress, the Three of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, the Justice, and then you have the World. Now, you have a lot of Libra energy here between the two. So the Empress and the Three of Pentacles is about how this is about them, in the sense that they see you Virgos around, and they are not bothering you, and they're not planning on bothering you as of the immediate moment, right? Because I really do see that you Virgos have officially moved on, but you are getting a lot of attention from people who do know you, who are aware that you're there and have interacted with you enough to know you. And like I said, they wish that you were around, and that they wish that you wasn't so that you, because it's, I mean, the secret is kind of out that like you Virgos don't want to, you don't like, it's kind of on the low. It's kind of like the underground, in the sense that you Virgos, you're choosing with your feet. You're not around, and they know this, and they like you, but they're trying to, they know why you're not around. On top of that, they know that you're not around because the stupidity is too much for you. The intellectual dishonesty is too much. It's like, you know, stop complaining that you don't have two pennies to rub together. You know what I mean? Like, they need to stop complaining that they don't have two pennies to rub together if they don't want to start a family. It's like it's like you know what I'm saying? Like, you want generational wealth, but you don't want to start a generation. You don't want to create another generation. But you keep belly aching about how it is that, you know, not you, but I'm saying like they keep belly, because I'm actually speaking to the situation. But like, they don't want to stop belly aching about a scenario that they causing, right? They want generational wealth, but they don't actually want to create the generational wealth. They just want to continue to be a sorry sport about why they weren't born into the wealth and why they got to be the generation that creates it. And they look stupid doing it, because it's like this is what I mean when I say that they can't serve two masters, because this is what got them without you Virgos in the first place. Because it's like, what's more important? Is it actually creating the generational wealth that the person is belly aching that they want, or is it the complaining about it? And a lot of people will say that they want the generational wealth, but in actuality, they're complaining about it. And you Virgos are not complaining about it. You're actually doing your thing, right? You know, a lot of people don't understand that you Virgos are the opposite zodiac sign of Pisces. So that's the fish. So just like Pisces, if a Virgo or a Pisces sees that or observes that a person is not really serious about a situation, just like Cancer crabs, a Virgo will leave your life. See, the difference between a Cancer crab and a Virgo is that, well, one of them is that a Virgo will leave after some time. A Cancer crabs is a little bit more hard on the individual as to where they may just leave. The Seven of Swords, the Justice and the World now is about, because a lot of you Virgos are very much so gatekeeping your own life, and you're enjoying yourself like I was talking about. So there's definitely a sense of needing to protect yourself when it comes to just trying to invite any old body in. And a lot of people are really bandits looking to get over on somebody else, and they're not actually willing to do anything. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe.